Good morning, my friends. Welcome to another session of STEAM. Today we're going to be making some spooky melting hands. So to get started, you're going to need a few things. What you're going to need is some plastic nylon gloves, 1 to 2 is okay. Then you're going to want some water. So I have some water here in my spooky skull glass. You're gonna want a deep dish, just like this one, a baking dish here, that's going to hold the water when your hand is melting. You're also gonna want some small trinkets like pom-poms and googly eyes and some beads and some gems. You can add in some plastic spiders, anything Halloween related or fun that you'd like to put into your plastic glove. You're also going to need some food coloring, table salt, and some optional items that you can use to melt your melting hands are some paintbrushes, a spray bottle, and you can also use a paint cup like this, or you can use any kind of cup that you have at home that's going to hold the water. So let's get started in making our frozen melting hands. So with all activities that we have, of course, we need some adult supervision when you're doing this. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your nylon glove. And what I like to do is I like to get the kids to fill up their glove before they put the water in, so they can start choosing what they want to put into their glove. So I'm going to put in some pom-poms. I see an orange one and a blue one and a green one. And as you're doing this, you can of course always make it an educational opportunity by saying the colors with them, having them identify it. They can also start counting how many things they put into the glove. I have 1 googly eye, I have 2 googly eyes. So I'm just gonna put a few more gems in here, just like that. So once you fill up your glove with the trinkets that you want to put inside, you can also take this opportunity to get your food coloring and put it into your glove. Now you can explore with this and add in different colors. You guys can talk about what happens when you mix in colors together. So for this one, I'm gonna put in a little neon green color. And then at this point, your adult is going to help you hold the glove, and you can help pour the water in, just like that. Okay, so you're going to fill it all the way to the top. Now you want to leave some room though at the top so that your adult can help you tie it up. They're going to tie it up into a knot just like a balloon. Okay, so I'm going to show you one that I've already done. So I filled it up with the water. And see, you can see the little trinkets in here, and I've tied it at the top, just a knot like that. So that's what it's going to look like. And you can have fun with this because you can make your glove as big as you want, as full as you want. You can make a small hand, a larger hand. So then what you're going to do is you're going to place this on a flat surface into your freezer. It took us about 2 hours for it to reach its freezing point of when it was nice, rock solid and hard. So you're going to put in your gloves into the freezer, and then you're going to wait. While you're waiting, you can ask your kids questions such as, how much do you think your glove is going to melt? Do you think you're going to be able to see the things inside the glove once it's melted? So let me show you what it looks like once it's melted. Ta-da! We have some frozen gloves. How cool is that, my friends? So for this example, I just left it clear. I didn't put anything inside of it because I just wanted it to be able for you to be able to see it very clearly on camera. However, when you do it, you're going to have all your cool little trinkets in here, and you can play some I Spy with it when you first take it out. So yeah, it's pretty neat. Your options though at this point is you can either peel off the plastic gloves from the hand. Now what I like to do with my kids is I just like to keep it on because they like to see the glove somewhat disintegrate with the melting water. So it kind of makes it a little bit more spookier and fun, so you can do that as well. So you want to put your frozen gloves or hands into your deep dish over here. Then you're going to want to add some water. If you have a spray bottle, you add some water in here, about 2 teaspoons of salt, and make it into a salt solution. I've put some food coloring just for some fun, and the kids can use this to spray onto their hands, and they can see if it changes colors. Now, the next thing they can use is they can also use the saltwater solution in a cup. I have my painting cup here. I've put some blue food coloring, and so the kids can use the paintbrushes and they can start painting their frozen hands, and they can watch it melt. Now, some other tools you can use in the kitchen is basically anything you have, really. You can bring in some spoons. You can bring in some of those hard mallets that you mash your meat with to see how long it's going to take to break up the gloves. Just explore in the kitchen and see what you can use inside of there. So now let's go see how the ice gets melted. So water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit. It also melts at the same temperature. So in order to melt ice, you need to use heat energy. The heat energy goes down to the ice and it breaks down the ice, and then it goes up and raises the temperature of the water. So when added to ice, salt first dissolves in the film of liquid water, which is always present on the surface. So this is a great learning opportunity for you and your kids. They're going to be exploring problem solving. They're going to be exploring math. You guys can make some guesstimations on how long it's going to take from when they take the frozen hand out to when it melts. I also suggest using a measuring tape. Your kids are going to have a lot of fun using a measuring tape or ruler to measure your hand once it's first out from tip to end, and then you guys can measure it as it starts growing smaller and smaller. Your kids are also going to be practicing their fine motor skills. We love practicing our fine and gross motor skills. So with this, when they are using their spray bottle, when they're practicing using the nozzle, this is an action that some of them might never have done before. So this is a great way to get their fine motor skills happening. And as well, when they're using their paint brushes, they're going to be practicing holding on and gripping onto their paint brushes. And these are useful tools because when they learn how to use tools, when they're using a paintbrush, these are tools they're going to need when they start writing. So keep that in mind when you're using different tools in the kitchen for your kids to play with. So I